Conspiracy to deprive civil liberties, Part 4. Nationwide insurance committing insurance fraud on behalf of corrupt courts. These fraudsters being instructed by the federal government to maliciously not pay out on a claim they are liable to pay in order to keep me without funds to litigate my case against the federal government and corrupt judges being sued. On December 24th, 2015, in the early morning hours, my neighbor's vehicle was allegedly stolen from our parking lot at approximately 4:30 a.m. As the vehicle was being driven away, they crashed into my vehicle. As you can see from the video, the alleged thief has no tools in his hand to steal or enter the car. The door was left open, and he entered the car within seconds. Next, you will notice he exits the car momentarily and returns with a flashlight in his hand and still no tools. The suspect then searches for the keys and starts the car within seconds. The police report was withheld by Nationwide Insurance and the Reading Police Department in a conspiracy to defraud my insurance claim. It would have obviously stated that the vehicle did not appear to be stolen, as when the vehicle was recovered, it was not hot-wired, nor did it have a broken ignition, therefore meaning it was taken by key. Nationwide Insurance, having no proof of evidence that the insurer's vehicle was in fact stolen, allegedly held a conference to figure out how they would defraud my claim. At the very least, if these fraudsters weren't in a conspiracy to defraud me, they wouldn't be acting in collusion to hide the stolen car police report and would have concluded negligence on their insurer's part. He moved the whole car. It's good.
Nationwide Insurance, Christina speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, it's Gilbert Martinez.
Hello, Mr. Martinez. How are you doing?
Okay, fine. How are you?
Good. Okay, so I don't have any news for you right now.
What is it?
We weren't able to get into file conference today. It's been pushed back. It's going to be in a file conference on Tuesday. I know this is dragging, but it's been holding us back here. So, file conference on Tuesday is when we'll have it, and by then I will have a decision. And that's a final. Like, I'll have an actual decision by Tuesday. File conferences are done in the afternoon. It was filled. I couldn't get in for the file conference today, but I'll be in it on Tuesday.
Now, what's this meeting again about?
The reason why we do the file conference in this situation, when there's a vehicle that is stolen that is under our policy, we have to see if we're going to award coverage for the vehicle. There's a chance that we may not be able to award coverage, so that would mean that we would deny the claim, that we would deny liability. But that's what we're waiting to hear, is if that's going to be the case by Tuesday.
And then what happens if you do that?
When we deny the claim, I mean, that's it. We send our denial letter to you and also to your insurance company notifying that we're not going to be able to accept liability due to the vehicle being a stolen vehicle.
You know, you already know it's not a stolen vehicle. I mean.
Yeah, we know that it's a stolen vehicle, but I can't. I don't
you know it's reported stolen, but it's not a stolen vehicle. It's obvious. It's not a stolen vehicle.
Yes, no, I understand, but the vehicle was stolen at the time of the accident.
Okay, but what I don't understand is you can see from the vehicle, you can see that there's nothing. The vehicle, and I'm getting this right from the owner. Okay, that there was no wires broken, there was no forced entry into the car, and the steering column wasn't broken, and obviously the car was the car was started by key. It wasn't started by theft.
Yes, but according to our policyholder, a report was even done for the vehicle being stolen. Honestly, we have to go with all the evidence that we're given.
Okay.
And yes, the video that you gave us is also evidence, and we do include that. But like I said, legally, we have to do this file conference in order to make sure we're going to document this appropriately, saying that either we're going to deny it or we're going to accept. That's what we're waiting to hear.
Okay, but I'm saying is that from the police report, that car was not stolen. The car wasn't broken into. The ignition wasn't broken, or there was no wires that they started the car with, and ours was started by key. And as you see the guy in the video, you can see that he has no tools in his hand to open the car. In fact, he gets it right into the car as if the door was already open and left open for him. So, and in a matter of 2 seconds, he starts the car.
We have a stolen vehicle report that we have to abide by. By the law, we have to abide by the fact that the evidence in that report just says basically that, a vehicle was stolen when this accident occurred. Like, that's the evidence that we have. We have your statement. We have their statement. We're using everything that we can.
What statement do you have?
But legally, when it comes to insurance policies, if a vehicle is reported stolen at the time of an accident, and it's verified with our policyholder that it was stolen, and it was not, there was no permission given to anybody else to use the vehicle, we have the right to deny the claim. Do you understand? Like, that's legally, we have to abide by these laws. We have to legally go through all the procedures we need to do in order to award or deny coverage.
Legally, you need to investigate whether
we investigated.
Whether the car was actually stolen, or whether it's a fraud being committed by the owner. Right?
Yes, we have to investigate all of that. Correct.
Okay. And so,
given the statement that we've gotten and the vehicle,
and according to the police report, the vehicle was not broken into, it wasn't hot wired, it wasn't, the ignitions weren't broke or anything to justify that it's a stolen vehicle.
Mr. Martinez, honestly, I get everything that you're saying to me right now. Until this fire conference takes place, I won't have a decision for you, flat out. I'm not going to have a decision for you until then.
What statement do you have of mine? Because I haven't given you a statement.
Okay, hold on a second here. Let me go back into the claim. Alright. Give me just a moment here so I can pull the claim up. Let's see. Phone conference number 373GC. Okay, inspections. Sorry. Okay, back. Okay, so prior to the claim coming to me, they did not do a statement with you. My apologies. Okay, so I'm going to take your statement then. All I can see is they did like a verbal with you, but it was a prior representative that had the claim prior to myself. So we can take a recorded statement, which will then be added to our claim. Okay? So if you want me to do this now, then we could just take about 10 minutes of your time. We'll do a recorded statement, document that also to the claim as to how you found the vehicle that way.
How I found what vehicle?
How you found the vehicle with the damages. We'll verify your information. In the questioning that I will have for you, we'll ask you the questions about not only the damage, we'll ask you the questions, okay, with the video, everything. Okay, we're just going to ask a few questions. All right? Okay. And it's basic questions that we ask everybody when we have accidents, when we have stolen vehicle reports, anything like that.
You haven't, I haven't gotten that police report of the vehicle being stolen. Do you have that?
Let me see here. Yes, I actually do.
Can you email that to me?
Hold on a second. I'm in RR. Go back. Okay. Okay, got to find. Make sure I have your email address correct here. Actually, I don't have your email address. I just got the email from the video. So what is your email address?
My email is GEM4867.
4867.
Right.
Alright.
At yahoo.com.
Yahoo.com. So GEM4867 at yahoo.com?
That's correct.
Okay. Alright, so let me also get this recorded statement with you then, okay?
Alright, can you tell me what his statement was?
I can, okay. Mr. Gilbert, we're going to do a recorded statement. If you want to go ahead and proceed with that, we can do that, or I can also contact your insurance. But as far as his statement, he did not authorize anybody to use the vehicle. He did not know the vehicle was stolen, so when they went to find the vehicle, it was up the block. Okay? Like, that's pretty much what happened, so it is a stolen vehicle. At this point, like I said, since today is Wednesday, we'll have a decision on Friday, after we conference it, then we can determine, like I said, if we're going to pay on the claim, then we can make sure that those concerns are properly addressed by him or another adjuster with you. But if we're not going to pay, then that would be, that's where it would end.
Well, I think that you guys clearly know that you've got to, that at the very least is negligent, that the car was,
well, if a car was stolen, if our policyholder's car was stolen, why would she be liable for an accident that somebody caused?
Well, here's the thing, and I gave you the video, okay, which clearly shows, okay, the persons that supposedly, allegedly stole the car, okay, gets into the vehicle with no tools, okay, and then He turns on the headlights, shuts it back off, gets out the car,
Mhm.
walks around the alleyway, comes back with a flashlight, okay, gets back in the car, he's looking around, and seconds later he starts the car up.
Okay.
Okay? He didn't have no tools to start the car up. Okay?
Okay.
And the car, I mean, as when I was talking to Christina, she seemed pretty clear that she had that police report that you're just saying that you don't have now. And when
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up and answer what
according
happened.
according to the owner of the vehicle, he said nothing was broken. There was no steering column wasn't broken. No wires were.
So the key says the keys were used to steal the car. It sounds like.
Well, yeah. Well, they took the car with the key.
Okay.
And
Okay.
according to him, now he could say a lot of things. Not my position to determine whether he gave somebody those keys or whether it doesn't look too good that the car's left open and this guy.
Well, that happens so frequently with stolen cars. Or people warming their cars up in the winter, to defrost their windshield. They have their cars in their driveway, leave it running to defrost their windshield. I mean,
it was 4:30 in the morning. His car was off.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's not what I would do, but people do leave keys in their car. It doesn't mean it may not be the brightest thing to do, but it doesn't mean that they're liable for their car being stolen. So, but we'll review, and that's why we review. We review with our legal department and my manager, and we may come to a decision. But I do apologize if you were told about that police report that we did have it and we don't, because if Christina does have it, then I won't have my adjuster go out and pick it up today, and we need to put it in the file. But she may have been confused about which report she had, because like I said, the accident report kind of references it being stolen, but it's not the stolen vehicle report. So, and you just got her that this morning, so I'll go over and speak to her just to get some clarity on that. But I did want to get back to you, and I apologize for the confusion. But I'm telling you the straight story where we are today, Wednesday, January 13th, and like I said, we'll be conferencing this on Friday.
Well, she just asked for that report for me this morning.
Right, yeah, I see that. Yep, and she did put it in. So I'm not sure what happened. I'm going to go over, but I saw that you had called in and that wanted a call back from her manager, so I wanted to get back to you as soon as possible. Okay.
So what you're trying to say to me is that's not enough evidence there that the vehicle wasn't stolen.
Well, that's why I definitely want to see. That's why we also need to have the stolen car report. We have to look at everything, yeah. So we have to, but we need to have it all together so we can review as a team with our attorney on Friday. So we need to have both reports. Yep. So we only have one report. Need the other. Likewise, if we only had the stolen car, we would have needed the accident report. So we still need both. So that's why I'm getting the second one. Okay.
What is?
Right, true. It is what it is. But regardless, I do apologize, and I will, either I or Christina will get back to you on Friday. It'll probably be in the afternoon because we conference our files in the afternoon.
And then after you get a decision, because I suppose that then I'm gonna have to wait for another adjuster to come out and all that, right?
So it depends on what the decision is. If the decision is that we're going to deny the claim, then we wouldn't send anyone else out. If the decision is that we're going to pay the claim, then I'd first make a phone call to that adjuster and his manager and discuss those areas that you were talking about in the car and the radiator and whatnot. So
you're telling me that it's not negligence, even if he left the key in the car, it's not negligence?
No, it's not.
Really?
It's not. It's not maybe the brightest thing to do, but it's not a negligence thing.
Really? And that he leaves the key in the car for somebody to take his car, and that he leaves the door open for somebody to have access to get into the car and take the car.
Well, like I said, and granted it was a different time, but like I said, people this time, like yesterday, today, they park on the street or park in front of their house. They have their windshields frozen. They'd get it in the morning, turn their car on, leave the car running. There's keys in the car. The door is unlocked. If someone steals their car, it's not their fault.
That's negligence.
But it's still a situation where the keys are in the car and the car is unlocked.
If you go inside, if you leave your car open and you leave your car running for somebody to steal it, that's pretty much negligence. You're asking for somebody to come steal your car.
Well, it's It's not, but regardless, we can agree to disagree. That's not negligence.
Well, then you have.
It's not. Maybe it's not the right thing to do, but it doesn't make them responsible for someone causing an accident.
Well, at that point, you have no proof that the car was actually stolen. That he didn't give somebody the key, and that he didn't leave the car open for somebody to come and get the car and take the car at 4:30 in the morning.
Again, that's why we conference these files with Christina, with me, I'm her manager, my manager, and legal, because that's why we need to have the full story. That's why we need to have the stolen car report as well.
Listen, what I'm getting is this: that you guys are trying to get out of pain.
No, not at all. We just need to have everything put together before we can make a decision. That was the one piece of the puzzle we didn't have, is the stolen car report.
Well, no, I disagree, because you did have the stolen car report.
Well, I'm going to follow up with her to see why she thought she had it when it's not in the file, okay? Because if it is in the file, then I won't have my other contact go out to Reading Police and get it today if we already have it, okay?
I've had a number of corporations besides yourself talking to the FBI and getting involved with things that they shouldn't get involved with harassing me, and this is just showing to. This is like I'm seeing, the way you're handling this claim is just is like it's stemming off, or you're being talked to, you're being manipulated into holding up the claim, because this 1 week you tell me you're gonna give me a decision, and then you just put it off for another week, and each time she says I'm gonna call you back, she doesn't call back.
I will be talking to her about that. That's right, because the expectation is that she's going to call you back, and she doesn't, and that there's an issue there.
Yeah, it is an issue, and then
I agree. I agree 100%.
The person that came over here, his behavior, his whole attitude about this claim, the way he was coming off was like, saying, well, why should he was coming off telling me why should we pay if the car was stolen, and just the whole attitude, just is telling me like, hey man, there's something else going on here.
Well, I don't think there's anything going on there, but unfortunately, there isn't anything else going on, but unfortunately, the way people were conveying information to you or not conveying it was not appropriate. So that, so the claim is being handled the way it needs to be, but the communication is a big part of the frustration that I can see you're feeling. So, for that I apologize.
Well, I'm feeling that my car needs to be repaired. It's been sitting here, and I conveyed that to her, and I said to her, listen, man, you guys either, need to speed this up, you know what I mean? And, I went out my way to get you that video, you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
I do, and I appreciate that.
And it's not, I'm not asking you guys to pay for something that you don't have to pay.
Sure.
That you ain't liable to pay. I'm just saying that there's no evidence of this car being stolen. And that's pretty clear. There's no evidence.
Well, again, we'll get the report and review it. Like I said, that's we need to have everything for Friday. But I will definitely, either I or Christina will get back to you Friday afternoon to let you know what the outcome was when we reviewed it with our legal department. Okay? And would you have like my name and number just so you have it?
Yeah, what is your name again?
It's Angela. And my last name is Mackenzie, McKenzie. And my telephone number is 717-657-6958.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate your call.
And I appreciate your time, sir. I do apologize, but Alright, Police Tracy.
Hi. I'm calling to see if I could obtain a stolen vehicle report.
Okay, one moment, please. Reading Police Records, this is Amanda.
Hi, I'm calling to get a stolen police report.
Do you have a report number?
2015-73264.
And your name?
Gilbert Martinez.
And what was it for?
An insurance claim.
Give me 1 second. Do you need the accident report? Because that's...
I need the stolen vehicle report. This is not an accident report. This is a stolen vehicle report.
Well, I can't, you're not the victim of the report, so I can't release this to you. And the only thing that we do release is a confirmation letter. The officer has here that your car was struck.
I am the victim of this crime because my car was hit by the stolen vehicle, so I am the victim. Okay.
Yeah, so I could. So there would be an accident report that I can give you. You wouldn't need the stolen vehicle report.
No, I need the stolen vehicle report because the insurance company, is withholding that information, and I need that stolen police report because they decided not to pay out on that claim, which they should have paid out to me for the damage to my vehicle, and they're withholding that police report.
Okay, well, the only thing that we do even release for this is a confirmation letter, and there's a $15 fee for that.
I don't need a confirmation letter. I need a copy of the police report.
We do not release the police report. It's against our policy for us to release the auto theft report. We don't release those.
Why is that?
Because it's our policy, we just don't release them.
That's policy? What kind of policy that you're not allowed to see the stolen police report?
Sir, you're not even the victim of the auto theft.
Oh, really? So you will give it to the victim of the auto theft?
No, he would not receive it either. He will get a confirmation letter.
A confirmation letter saying what?
That the vehicle was stolen, and because of our policy, we do not release the report.
Well, we know that the vehicle was reported stolen. What I need to see is what the officer put in the vehicle when he recovered that vehicle. When he recovered that vehicle, that's what I need to see.
Okay, well then you need to speak with the officer about this. He's actually desk sergeant today. If you want to speak with him.
Because they got you holding the police report as well. That's what you're telling me, because if this is public information. You're telling
me. No, this is not public information.
Oh, it is public information. You're telling me that the owner of the vehicle can't get a copy of this report, and I can't get a copy of the report, yet you released it to the insurance company, and they're withholding a copy of the report.
No, the insurance company does not receive this information either. They will get a confirmation letter as well. They will not get a complete report of the auto theft.
They will actually need to see the whole report to make a determination on the theft, whether the car was stolen or not. Okay.
Well, insurance companies know that they don't get this. They know they get a confirmation letter. Like I said, if you want information on the report, you can speak with the officer. He's on the desk sergeant today, and you have the report number, so you can speak with him.
Okay, so where is he?
He's on the desk sergeant. I can transfer you. His name is Nibel.
Thank you.
Yep.
Suspects. I need a copy of a stolen police report.
Oh, hold on, please. Police records, this is Amanda.
Yeah, he just transferred me back to you.
But why did he transfer you back over here?
I don't know. He just said, hold on a second, and transfer me right back.
Okay, let me transfer you back, okay?
Mm-hmm. Morning, Police Stokelberger.
Yeah, I spoke to Amanda, and she said that you were the one handling the stolen police report.
No. You said you wanted a copy of a report.
I need a copy of a stolen vehicle police report.
Okay, did you tell her that?
I did. We had a whole conversation about that. She said you were the one handling that. I had to speak to you about this report.
Why did she... Hold on. All right, you didn't tell me what she told you, so just hang on a second, okay?
All right.
Officer Nevo.
Yes, I'm still holding.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm the one that's holding about the stolen police report.
I think you filed a stolen vehicle report, you said, right?
I need a copy of a stolen vehicle report. The vehicle was stolen from my parking lot. It was my neighbor's car, and it was crashed into my vehicle when the theft allegedly occurred.
Okay. And what do you need?
I need a copy of the actual police report.
Of the... What do you need? Did you call in to have a police report made for the accident?
My neighbor made a stolen police report of his car being...
I know your neighbor made the report. Okay, I got that.
I made 2 days later, when I was notified by the neighbor that my car was hit, I made an accident report.
Okay.
In the accident report, the officer gave me the stolen police report number. My neighbor tried to obtain a copy of the stolen police report, which you guys did not want to release to him, and I'm trying to get a copy of that police report.
Well, you're not gonna be able to get a police report that's not your property. You have the accident report, right?
The accident report has the stolen police report number on it, okay? Because it's pertaining to the accident is pertaining to the stolen police report. So I need a copy of the stolen police report because I need to see what's written on that police report.
Listen, you can get a copy of. The officer should have left you a copy of the accident report, right?
I have that.
Okay, that's all. What do you need a copy of the stolen vehicle report for?
Why do I need it? Because the insurance company refuses to pay out. They're stating that the car is stolen.
Yeah, they're saying that the car was stolen and hit your car.
Well, they're saying that they haven't given me a definitive reason why they don't want to pay out. But what they're saying is that they held a conference to determine whether the car was stolen, and at this conference they determined that the car was stolen. But they don't. What they're doing is they're withholding this police report, okay? Which I already know don't have. There's nothing in it that indicates that the car was stolen. So, in other words, they're trying to defraud me out of a claim.
Number for the treasure. Okay. A police report for a stolen vehicle is just that. We don't try to prove or disprove if someone's claiming their car was stolen.
Okay, so then what's the problem with me getting a copy of the police report?
Because it doesn't involve their report involving their stolen vehicle is not for you. It's for them. It's their police report.
Okay.
If you want to ask them to give them a copy, for you to get a copy of it, that's fine. If your insurance company wants to call in and try to get a copy of it, that's fine. But we're not going to release a police report that doesn't have your name in it.
Okay, so if you didn't want to release it to me because it don't have my name in it, although it is actually part of the accident, then why wouldn't you release it to the neighbor as well?
Why what?
Why wouldn't you release the report to the neighbor? It was his car.
I'm going to tell you, that's the neighbor's problem. That's what they got to figure out. If their insurance company needs it, their insurance company needs to call and get a copy of it.
I'm asking you, why couldn't he get a copy of it? Since
He should be able to get a copy of it.
Okay, well, they went down to the precinct and you told them they couldn't get a copy.
Okay, did you come with him?
Huh?
Did Did you come
I
with
didn't
him?
have to come with him. I believe him.
Okay, exactly.
I believe
So you
him
don't know
because
what happened.
I believe him.
Maybe they did get a copy. Maybe they didn't come.
No,
I
they
don't
did
know.
go. They told me they didn't give you wouldn't give him a copy. That you will only give him a letter confirming that the vehicle was stolen. You wouldn't give him the actual copy of the police report. And I
Okay,
find out
well, that's how we handle it. So that's how we handle it. I
That's-
don't know what you want to happen here, brother.
I need a copy because
Well, you're not going to get a copy. That's just the fact. If the records department's not going to give you a copy, they're not going to give you a copy. There's nothing I can do for you. Because they're the only ones that are going to do it.
well,
And they're saying they can't give you a copy. They can't give you a copy.
well, it's funny because they needed my accident claim, my accident report to make a decision on the claim. They said they were going to send me a copy, and then decided all of a sudden to act like they didn't have the report after they told me they had the report. Then they,
Who said that?
the insurance
All
company.
right, well, your beef is with your insurance company, man. It's not with us.
It's not my
We can't give
insurance.
you a copy of this report.
Oh, you can't give. This is public records.
Police reports are not public records.
No, they are public records.
Criminal complaints are public record when they're filed charges.
Oh,
But a normal police report is not public record.
so stolen a police report is not a criminal complaint.
Nope, it's different.
So what is it considered? It's not a criminal complaint. What is
Police
it?
report.
A police report.
All right, and again, we're not going to release a police report to you that's not your property. We can't do that.
And what are you like the sergeant there?
I'm in charge of here. Yes, I'm.
The sergeant today. Okay, because I don't think that what you're doing is correct. I don't, I see
You can disagree with it as much as you want.
I could agree.